What's going on, everybody? Mr. Wonderful back at you with another belt unboxing and review. And this one's got me very excited because I'm unboxing a Hogan 86 championship belt made by Classic Shields. Now, if you recall, I posted about a year and a half ago an unboxing of a Hogan 86 championship belt. That one was made by ORM Belts. Classic Shields, ORM, the two biggest overseas belt makers right now. So this is almost like a comparison video. Now, it's a shame that I don't have that other Hogan 86 because I had traded it in for my Smoking Skull belt. So I can't do a side-by-side comparison. But I do have that video somewhere, and I think I could splice them together. So in the future, I'll do a comparison video of the Classic Shields and the ORM. But for now, this video is going to be strictly a review of this belt, and I'm very excited to open it up. So without further ado, and I'm going to skip with the theatrics of actually ripping the box open and taking the belt out. We're just gonna do that right now, and let's just focus on the belt itself. And I'm very excited. I saw the picture of these online on Facebook, and it's almost like you can't tell if this is HD or SD. So I'm very excited to open it up. Let's cut to the quick and get to the belt. All right, so normally when I do these videos, I have it kind of like positioned in a certain way so that you can see the whole unboxing procedure and the reveal and everything. But unfortunately, the attachment that holds my phone to the tripod broke, so I'm gonna have to do it like this, handheld. So I hope you don't mind that it's not going to be a fixed position. The one thing that I hate, to those guys who do unboxing videos, and I know not everybody's, puts effort into it, but one thing I hate is this, right? Let's say you're doing an unboxing video and you're like, okay, well, I gotta turn this over. Hold on a second. And I put the phone down. And then they put the phone down. You can't see what's going on. They do this, or they do this. It's like, and then you just see their head coming out. Like, I don't like that shit. I kind of just want it to be as nice and neat as possible, okay? So here's what we have right here. Our first impressions. I always like to start with the back, the leather. And this, again, Classic Shields. Right here is their stamp of approval. Crafted by CS right there. And the tooling looks really, really good. They have improved above and beyond what they were previously capable of with their leather. So they have done a tremendous job. And you see this tooling here, the WWF tooling. Very beautiful, very beautiful. And look at this. You got the Hulk Hogan tip right there. Look at that. How nice, huh? How nice is that? Beautiful, beautiful, okay? And if we do this, and if we do this, obviously. Now, here's this. This is impressive right off the bat. Right off the bat. Look at the studs here. Look how they're not like, all right, let me take my winged eagle here. Okay, watch this, for example, right? Let's just do this. Look how pronounced the studs are. See what I'm saying here? Again, my winged eagle by ORM, right? But now look at the studs here. I mean, my goodness. Where are they? Am I right? Look at that. Look at that. That's it. That is very, very impressive. And that's kind of how the American belt makers do it, right? The studs, or whatever you want to call them, they are not protruding as much as I've seen previously in bootleg belts. That is very impressive. So yeah, the leather is very smooth. I'm very impressed. Very impressed with the leather. I think Classic Shields has come a very long way with their leather. Okay, so I'm going to do the belt reveal here with one hand, so please forgive me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wow. 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 Wow, I'm impressed. My goodness. I'm very impressed, guys. Wow. Beautiful. Holy moly. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? There you have it, folks. Look at that. Look at that beautiful belt. I'm, as you can see, I'm kind of at a loss for words because, I mean, I'm looking at a standard definition belt, and I just think that this is very impressive. Because, of course, now I'm thinking about the previous belt that I unboxed, the ORM version of this belt, and looking at this. Wow, I'm impressed. Why don't we let me sit down and get really close to this so I can show you the detail, and we can go over it. I'm very impressed so far. All right, so wow, I'm still kind of in shock. Let's take a look at the details of this belt. We're going to start with the logo. I always like to start with the logo. The dual-plated WWF logo here. I like the etching. The etching is pretty deep. Now, with a lot of these standard definition titles, you'll see, like, you know, kind of like a wave, a ripple effect to some of the areas that are kind of open without any design, like the nickel plating here, but not that bad. Not that bad at all. You got the wrestling champion banner right there at the bottom. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, and then you have the globe. Now I'm noticing here, I don't know if you can see it, but the paint job here isn't too good on a couple of these. You can kind of see that it's not really an even paint job here. Almost looks like it was a little rushed. Can you tell that right there? You see that right there? A little bit? A little bit? That might have to be kind of retouched a little bit later on. Not too bad. Why don't we take a look at the intricate details here, right? You got these floral patterns, swirly patterns right here. And then you have the, you see these circles here, these little dots? Now, if I recall properly on the ORM, it was a little washed out, right? Let's take a look at these dots right here. It looks nice. And this pattern right here, I'm very impressed with the details. Normally on a standard definition belt, this is a little washed out. It isn't as clear as it is. But this is not bad. Not bad at all. We can take a look at the other one here. Look at that. Look at that right there. Beautiful. And you have these columns. And then the wreath pattern here. Again, this is something where some of the details of the leaves get a little washed out on most standard definition belts. But as you can see this one, you can kind of see them all very clearly. Very impressive. And of course, down here you have a floral pattern. Very nice. The little circles here, again, you can kind of see every single one of them. Not totally crisp, but you can make them all out. See? Same thing on this side. Actually, this side's a little better. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Beautiful. And of course, you have this flowery design down here. And the details are just great, man. I'm very impressed. Again, standard definition belt. Standard definition belt. Now, here's something that that I noticed with ORM being a little washed out, is this pattern right here, okay? You can see it pretty clearly. Look at that. On both sides, actually. You can kind of see them both here, right? Now, if I recall correctly, the ORM version, some of it was washed out. So that's something to take note of here. What's this little divot here? There is a little divot here, it looks like. I'm not sure if that's a defect, but it is noticeable. You can see it right there. That's unfortunate. With the similar with the Hogan belt, the real one, there are no white stripes. I don't know, for some reason Reggie decided to paint it all red, so it's been painted red. And I don't know how many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's not really totally 50 stars here, but it is what it is. And then over here you have the United States, what do you call it, wording there, and it's you can read it. You can read it, right? And that's something where a true high definition belt versus a standard definition belt, that's where that stands out. Like, really, it would be clear as day, the wording. And you can make it out here, but obviously you could tell, being at standard definition, it's not really like crystal clear, right? We take a look at the Mexico flag and the wording below as well. Looks pretty good, pretty impressive. I think the side plate's nice, and if you look at the silver, the background, the nickel plating, you can kind of see that it's not as wavy or doesn't have much of a ripple pattern as most other HD or standard definition belts. Let's take a look at the other second side plate. We got Canada and Japan, and the WWF logo. Just doing a little inspection here. It looks, for the most part, pretty good. Again, this design, very clear, not washed out on both sides. I like that. And I like the fact that you can read that it says Canada and Japan. There you go. All right, let's take a look at these side plates right over here. And you got here, obviously, the United Kingdom flag and the Australia flag. And as you can see, you can read it. And I remember on the ORM, what really stuck out on the ORMs is the wording, the details here on all the flags. It just wasn't clear. That's kind of why I wasn't too excited to unbox that one. But as you can see here, the flag is nice. It's nice. Again, the paint job with this blue, maybe it's the blue color, but it's not really a completely, you can kind of see some, where the paint wasn't applied properly there. But it might be the blue color, I'm not sure. And then we have the old Russian flag, the USSR flag. And then you have Italy. Okay, and I'm looking here, I don't know if that's tarnish. I don't know if you can see that. Right? Can't tell, to be honest with you. Looks like there's a little bit up there too. Okay. I'm not sure if that's tarnish or not, to be honest with you. I can try to wipe it down. Let me see, do I have a towel here? Oh, let me put this down for a second. Oh, I'm gonna get a towel. No, just kidding. All right, let's do this here. I don't know. I can't tell if that's tarnish or not, to be honest with you. But anyway, I really like this. I really like the look of this belt. Overall, I believe it's really nice. Why don't we just take a look at the tooling here? Of course, we already showed you the Hogan tip. Wow, look at that. You know what? I'm gonna say that is high def etching right there. Let's take a look at this Hogan plate. Look how crisp it is. You see that? See what I'm talking about? I believe this is look at that. Look at the etching on it. I believe that's high def. If you're gonna categorize it, that's definitely nice. It's a nice touch right there. The gold tip. The ORM version of this belt, this was silver. So I don't know. I saw Reggie Parks' belt and it was all gold, so this might be a little bit more accurate to that. Also, if I'm not mistaken, it wasn't this WWF logo, but the WWF logo, the old-time Western-looking font that I'm talking about. And here's something that I questioned Classic Shields on, but it turns out it's legit. It's this tooling right here. Do you see how far it comes out past this? On the ORM, it kind of wrapped around a little bit closer to the side belt, and I was like, I looked at it, I'm like, I don't know if that tooling's accurate. But then he showed me a picture of the actual Hogan 86 belt, and I'm like, you know what? It's the Hogan 86 belt from the Hogan shop in Orlando. I actually held that belt. I don't recall it being that way, but then again, I was almost like starstruck that I was holding the actual belt, so I really didn't examine it too much. But that's something else. But again, the leather on this thing is very nice. I mean, it's very floppy. And look at the edges. Look at the edges. Look at that. Look at that. Classic Shields has stepped up their game. they really have, I wish I could focus better. The curve is very nice. If you want to take a look at the curve right there, right? Overall, I think this belt is really nice. Now, of course, no belt review is complete without doing the over-the-shoulder test and whatnot. I don't know how I'm going to prop my phone up since I don't have a tripod, but I'm going to improvise a little bit here. But overall, I think this is a very, very nice looking belt. And there you have it. Fingerprints and all. Fingerprints and all. But it is now time to do the over-the-shoulder test and the flop factor. You always got to test the flop factor of these belts. What's the flop factor, you might ask? Well, it's the level of floppiness of championship belt leather. It's a scientific fact. It's very high. These calculations are just, But to give you an example, let me just dumb it down for you. The flop factor of a WWE shop title, you know, you'll go like this, and then when you drop it, it just goes like this. Let's see. That would be like a 1.5 on the flop factor. You want like a high 8, 9 to be a good flop. What's the flop factor on this? Look at that. Look at that. That is, you can't get any more floppy than this. Now this one has the tip, so forget about it. Right? So on the flop factor scale, I would give this a nice 8.5, 9. You can't get any better than that. It's damn near perfect. Another thing about the leather, I said it before, are those crisp lines. Look at that. Look at the edge. Come on, guys. Look at that. Guys, they stepped it up. I wish my tag belt was this good. They rushed it, I think, and it's you know, it's separating in some of these areas, but I don't think you're gonna have a problem with this belt. I really don't. And of course, the etching, right? The etching. So I'm gonna give it a 9 on the flop factor. Let's give it a 9. Okay, I don't know what a perfect 10 is. You know, I might as well give it a 10, but nothing's perfect, right? Flop factor, perfect. Now over the shoulder, what does it look like? Well, it looks like this, and it feels good. Feels good. Like I said, 6.5, 7 pounds maybe. Maybe a little heavier because this leather, this strap is unusually long. I mean, like, I don't know what the ring accurate length of this belt would be. I measured this. This is 54 inches. Maybe that's accurate, but to me, this is very long. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna try to put this on for you. Ow. My belts, they like to spank me. But I'm gonna try to put this belt on just to show you what I'm talking about. I honestly think this could have been like 2 inches shorter. That's my only gripe with this belt. But other than that, it's a beautiful belt. So guys, at the end of the day, my review for this belt is I give it top score, whatever the belt score is. For a standard definition belt, classic Shields really makes a good championship belt. So I'm just blown away by how clear the etching is on this one versus other standard definition versions of this belt. And stay tuned because I will be making a comparison video of this belt. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on here, right? And I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about here. I have to bring the camera down a little bit, but okay, all right. I've never worn a belt before. Let me bring the camera down for a second here. All right, okay. So the belt fits. It fits good. All right, it's not that bad. But it definitely is too long, at least for my body, because let me see if I can show you here. It's on the last one. It's on this last thing against this last thing. That's it. If I was any skinnier, I wouldn't be able to wear this belt. And that's it. So look how much it actually touches the other side plate. I'm not, guys, I'm not that skinny. Trust me. I thought it would be more like the length of my Winged Eagle over here. Look at that. Look at those two belts right there. Oh my God. We're talking history here. The predecessor and the successor belt. Look at that. Again, this belt by ORM. But it feels good. I like it. I like it a lot. I kind of feel like the Hulkster there. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. Hulk Hogan style. All right, anyway. That is my review of the Hogan 86 Championship belt. It looks good. It looks good. All right, but this belt is not mine. No. I originally purchased it, but someone else bought it off me. So he's going to love this belt. I like it a lot, for sure. For sure. Beautiful belt. Beautiful belt. So if you're in the market for a standard definition version of the Hogan 86, I highly recommend Classic Shields. They make a really good belt. I have one of their belts. I would have had two, but I had it. Look how good that looks. Come on, guys. Look at that. I walk around like this. No problem. No problem. Anyway, thanks for joining me. It's probably going to be one of the last belt reviews I'm going to do in a while. I know. Unless I trade one of my belts for another one, because it's an expensive hobby. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'm going to put that comparison video so that you can be, I'm going to let the pictures and the video speak for themselves. I might put some commentary on it. I will put some commentary. I have to be honest, right? Anyway, talk to you later, guys. Thanks for joining.